day and night. Daytime it is green, and at night it is bright. Look at this. Over the bay, wow. Marina Bay looking beautiful. The CBD, the Ferris wheel, gardens by the bay, everything to enjoy. Shandong battling against Josh Chua and Clarence Chu. To put up a good fight here, a lot of creativity from Josh Chua, as you'll see. Look at this, 137.5. RPS, revolutions per second. So, fascinating to see the amount of spin, the statistics on these shots. Always on his toes here whenever he can be. Wang Chuqin, after 21 minutes alongside the man who's as far away in the draw as can be, the world's number 1 and 2, took down the Singaporeans, offering just a bagel. That oof, le oof, as we say. That's where the word love comes from, 3 to love. The Chinese pair moves on. After that, He Zhuojia looked unstoppable, and she would battle in the round of 32 the world number 6, Miwa Harimoto. The siblings had a tough day today, no doubt about it. And Chinese players, often underrated, underranked. There were some incredible rallies here. He Zhuojia missed almost nothing. Really made sure that Miwa Harimoto had to earn every point she played. They were few and far between. Miwa Harimoto, one of the best prepared players in the game, but He Zhuojia won better today. So after 26 minutes of play, a bagel for Miwa Harimoto. 4-4 and 9. He Zhuojia with the long pips on the backhand side is tricky. Thick sponge, she can spin, she can attack, nearly double the success on serves of her opponent, Miwa Harimoto. We'll see a lot more of her as the calendar year is just getting started. Truls Morgaard, many would call the strong favorite. Fan vote was 82 to 18. Kunak Ja came out here being beaten 11-6 in game number 1. He's got a brain for the game, and he's got a lot of answers and more muscle than he's ever had before, and he was able to take it home. A big victory to get through to the round of 16. Singapore has been good to USA's leading man. Here's a look at the ball placement of Truls Morgaard and Kunak Ja on the other side, as you can see here. I guess you can see them both. There you go. So Kunak Ja mixing it up to the wide backhand as Truls steps around, but also a lot of short play. Service percentage changed drastically from the start. Truls had a 90% serve success rate early on in the match, and after 43 minutes, it was less than half. Kunak Ja put his thing down, flipped it, and reversed it. The Missy Elliott of U.S. table tennis, Kunak Ja with a big win, maybe the headline win of the day, alongside Xue Fei. But I think maybe the Kunak Ja win even bigger. And as the lights fill the Infinity Arena like jellyfish in a deep sea, probably not jellyfish, I don't know my fish very well, but I do know something that some call Sunying Xia Baby Shark, I call her Baby Buddha, the world number 1. We'll be battling against Miyu Kihara, Simone Gauzy, the French showman, versus Lin Shadong of the Shadong Show. Can't wait to see that, and we'll finish off the day with the quarterfinals of mixed doubles with Robbie Gardosh and Sofia Polkanova versus Wang Chunting and my baby shark, Du Hoi Kem of Team Hong Kong, China. But now, it's the world number 1 versus Miyu Kihara.
Introducing first, from Japan, Miyu Kihara. And her opponent, from China, Sun Sha.
So much spin that even on the way in, Sunying Xia was spinning. That is racket speed for you. Keeping it cool in the Bruce Lee jacket like the Chinese team. Sunying Xia casually walks in. She's always been casual, except at the table. Personality, no doubt about it. Was actually going through some Chinese social media, reminiscing back from her Ask a Pro Anything and even the prep for it. She's just hilarious. She's got a great sense of humor. You've probably seen all the social media, her talking to fans and whatnot. That's the majority of the stadium right now. You can't even see the signs on the back walls for this best-of-5 battle because it is a packed house. Wow, DJ Tanner up in here, the full house arena. 1-0, they've played once before in WTT according to the stat on screen. And the world rank 1 versus the world rank number 17. You don't get a much better record than 92 of 101, nearly 92% success. Probably closer to 91. Here's Uzi Patricia Liu, our umpire for the match. She's so good at her job. Ingrid as well on the other side of the table, Bolgred. Ingrid Bolgren. Handshake here as Cho Yi-ko watches on. So they'll come together for the coin toss here.
I have red, black. Red for Kihara, black for Sun. Red, Kihara, you win the toss, service.
So they'll check each other's equipment here. Sun Ying-sha will take longer looking because, well, you've got an unusual racket. Short pips on the backhand side. We'll have a chance to see some close-ups of that throughout this match. I'm Adam Bobrow. I'm thrilled to be here for this warm-up in the match that's about to follow. 24 years old as of November 4th, Sun Ying-sha, world rank number 1, has spent well over 2 years now, world number 1, 13 titles to her name. A whole lot of titles, the most celebrated woman in the WTT era. What title did she take in Singapore in 2023? Champion. That is not French for champion. Or is it? Semi-final in the first ever Singapore Smash, quarterfinal in 2024. Wouldn't expect it from the world number 1. But that's how tough the competition is. When the prize money's high, when the points are high, there's just that much more motivation. Miyu Kihara, for me, made quite some time ago. World rank number 17 is now 20 years old. Took a title. So what does it mean? If you're newer to table tennis, pips are those bumps that look like Legos. And when you play with a racket that has those bumps, the longer they are, the more spin reversal, the more defensive they are. Now, underneath the top sheet of rubber, there's sponge. $75,000 of prize money for the champion. No one out there's French right now, but it's just fun to say. Finalist gets half of that, and whoever gets outplayed here gets $7,000. Oh, wow. French fries on the hat of our cowgirl police officer. Man, I love it. It's like a Hong Kong action film. Super cool. Shasha's got style, at least in the fan art. I mean, we've seen it. She's been in magazines left and right. All you have to do is follow table tennis on social media, and you'll see pictures of Shasha in magazines in a variety of outfits. What do the fans think? 83% behind Sun Ying-sha, 17% behind Miyu Kihara, but Truls was 82%, and Kunuk was able to get the best. Shasha Jayo, little digital sign there. Shasha, the nickname for the world number 1, Sun Ying-sha, one of many. Little Devil, Baby Buddha, Shasha. I'm flattered.
No flash, please.
But no flash,
Thank
please.
you.
Flattery, no flash.
Love all.
Still stretching it out, getting loose. But Miyu Kihara here with the serves. Good backhand, the placement, deep, fast, and wide. Now, I mentioned the effects. Shorter pips tend to be for fast, aggressive shots. Tough to rally with. Ooh, counter forehand. That was not a shy opening from Shasha. Some strength on that forehand and a short stroke back. Miyu Kihara pulls a little Kunuk jaw sleeve tug there. A mannerism that seems to be working out. Or a womanerism? I don't know. What a counter. Xia making the most of a net ball here, and Miyu Kihara on a few occasions so far this game has been up to the task to answer some fast-paced play. Boom, bang. Slow spin, but the placement. Xia electrifying some seats in the crowd here. Those were some of the more gentle applause in the arena. No spin by the time that ball came off the bounce. Almost nothing. Bullet backhand. Miyu Kihara. Two players, not both Japanese, but two players who are non-Chinese have beaten Sunying Xia in the last few years.
2-4.
On the international stage at the World Championships, Aihika Mukherjee of India. And the year before, Yu Hirano. Can you imagine telling your grandkids, describing what you just heard to them? Your grandma used to have an entire stadium chanting her name.
3-4. Please turn off the flash.
The up-and-comers here, the next generation, like a Liu Weishan, Shi Xunyao in that mix, looking sharp in the Bruce Lee jackets. But we've seen many a leads taken back. The top player in the world, Xia finishes strong. This is perfect.
6.
Bottle challenge with the tomahawk. Deep into that backhand, gets the lead, getting the leaning shot there. So now a 2-point lead for Miyu Kihara. Little twiddle there on the receive, the short pips on the forehand side, just trying to mix it up. Keep Xia uncomfortable, keep her guessing. Can see where she's eyeing that baseline of the table. These fast, flat shots. It's stingy, it's dangerous, it's a good pattern if that ball comes down. Miyu Kihara is ready for the step around, but Xia keeping it deep and spinny. Now think about the styles here. Miyu Kihara, one of many women for Team Japan who's used short pips on the backhand side. The momentum was Xia, 6 of the last 8 points, but Miyu Kihara predecessed by Mima Ito.
8-6.
I like making up words because I don't know that many. Anyway, Mima Ito dominated the game for some time. Dominated Team China for a brief period of time, and then was quickly studied and relatively silenced.
9-6.
But it was Du Hoi Kem that really demonstrated how to play against somebody who's so aggressive, so fast with short pips. Now, Mima Ito much smaller in stature than Miyu Kihara, so shorter stroke. less wingspan. 6 in a row to set up 4 game points from down 4-6. Sun-Ying Xia hasn't finished yet, but has definitely brought out the next level. Look how free and fluid she is with these forehands.
7-10.
But a game point saved here. Quijada punching her way through. On top of the table, mixing it up a bit into the middle, then deep is Pan Bin. The one rooting for the other one, Miu Quijada, coaching. Originally from China, so Miu Quijada, if you speak Mandarin better than you speak Japanese, feel free to have a conversation with her. 2 game points left for Xia. And there it is, right into the crossover. 11-8. Sun-Ying Xia keeping many ticket holders happy. The hopes alive of the fans that want to see her. So women of honor, the roll of honor, Sun-Ying Xia. This is in the past 6 months. Champions Macau, China Smash. Where else is she on there? Well, Wang Manyu's up there quite a lot. Finished the year strong. Kuai Man with 2. Shi Xuanyao with 2 on the roll of honor. Satsuki Odo in Montpellier took the world by storm. Kuai Man, man, just keep your eyes on her.
Second game, Sun to serve, love all.
Sun-Ying Xia to start off game number 2 with the serves.
Love 1.
Good use of spin variation there from the backhand side. Miu Quijada. Something between a chop and a push. Edge of the table here, it sounded like anyway. Could have been cleaner than I realized. Good angles on this. The timing, short stroke. Now from a tactical standpoint, Miu Quijada is going to be looking to punch to the backhand and into the elbow where she can until there's an opening on the wide forehand side. Eek. We know that face, that emoji.
No flash, please. Thank you. 2-1.
Just too good. I was watching the feet of Xia in this point for a moment. She's so casual the way she steps in, but the way she covers the middle, it is right back into position, not afraid to extend fully to the forehand, but never loses balance. Look how she lands. Like a cat. Ooh, the touch. Very uncomfortable ball, comes back shallow with side spin. Feeling from Miu Quijada. A little bit of a reactionary chop block.
4-2.
Mixing it up with the spin, Miyu Kihara from the baseline at the towel break. Started last game strong, was up 6-4. Before Sunying Xia would get 6 points in a row. Some conversation there, Panbin trying to give some signals. It's been legal since the 2016 Rio competition. She's so good on the wide wings. We saw it in the last point. Deep push to the backhand, says, okay, let's get into this rally. I'll give you the opening. Yeah, she's tough.
Let 4-3.
This is the difference in balance. From time to time, it'll happen. The recovery, balance like anything else, comes and goes. But the surprise of that opening Xia forehand, or backhand rather, to the forehand, and then the follow-up relatively parallel, just doing the unthinkable twice, playing the less likely shot.
5-4.
To have the confidence to give a long push to Miyu Kihara so comfortably, so calmly. Sunying Xia knows she's well prepared. 3 points in a row here for the world number one. Even with the side spin there on that baby strawberry, Xia not bothered. Coco, I see you. Coco sees Xia. Xia sees the serve.
5-6.
And the wheels on the bus, they go round and round. The score just the same. Miyu Kihara gets one back. Right at the baseline, Xia, until Miyu Kihara can consistently show her a response to that long push to the baseline, it's going to be enough. Feels like not so long ago we were watching Miwa Harimoto and He Zhuojia pushing for the match. Xia out here setting it up that way. But a little top spin comes in here. Nice catch there. She's out. Not in this sport, still in it to win it with a 1 point lead, Xia.
Stop. Please turn off the flash. Thank you. 7-6.
Not gonna lie, that camera shot, that peekaboo was pretty cool. It's like, what are we looking at? Oh, it's Xia's hand. And then it's gone. And it's Miyu Kihara right back in it. Better response. She saw it once. That deep serve into the backhand corner. Xia making her adjustment. Adapted that quote from Darwin.
9-7.
Omiyage, souvenir, a gift, a liu. Tough times here. Shovel serve catching the top of the net. Oh man, deer in headlights, and oh dear, was she strong on the other side. Xia.
Please turn off the flash. Thank you.
Elsa out here,
10-7.
the Ice Queen, has her opponent frozen for this. Not a chance, not with a taxi cab. 3 game points. And only needs the one, 11-7, 1 point more dominant than game number 1. They've been tough starts, but it's the finish. Again, like a tightrope walker, the majority of tightrope walkers fall to their demise in the last few steps of that tightrope. End game, the most important part. And it is 2-0 for the world number 1, Xia.
如果你这么适合长的时候，你要腾一步，手太快了，停顿一下，看着人拉中间。
So here's a little look at the heat map of the table with the winning shots on top. That's a cool little piece of art. I'd love to see a Xia fan print that out and make a shirt out of it, just saying. But let's talk about it for a minute. Deep to that backhand, she's saying, I see your pips and I'm comfortable with them now. Miu Kihara, again, a player you can't practice with too often. Liu Weishan on the right there, Ma Lin in the middle. Li Da Chung, which I mispronounced yesterday. I misread the writing. My bad. 不好意思，我的朋友. Sorry about that, friends. Li Da Chung watching on. Doing well with the Chinese team right now. Miu Kihara down 0-2.
Love 1.
That's what half long is all about. Invite the player to attack, keep them close to the baseline. Let's take another look there. Straight side, yeah, near the baseline, catches the edge of the racket. It's a sound of Xia. Again, the long serves to the backhand. Until Miu Kihara can find answers. When the topspin comes in, she's got the power and the confidence to answer. The long pushes.
Let Sun hidden by hand. 2-1.
Well now. Trying to remember the last time I heard that. So a warning saying you must remove the free hand, the free arm.
1-2.
Which is true. These are the rules of the game. It's a very tough place to be to have to make that call, but if they ever do have to make that call, there's a reason for it. 12 of the last 16 points, 75% of a fairly big sample pool favoring the world number 1.
1-4.
A little fortune to go with it, the touch game and a timeout on Miu Kihara's side.
他现在基本上就是一个慢拖慢推进球，开始发上，不要慌，他发这球超慢，省一下再拉。第一个球拉挺好，刚才那球第一个接的第二球，第一个他包给，因为他这个球过来，他只能跳上去，不用那么快。 自己就是发完球自己想进攻，不要自己想发完进攻，拉起来之后自己连续，反正就是前台做两不要固定，不要连续的，而且你现在反手这个球和反手前蹭的比较准，这球大不了直接就变了，转直接就变成极限啊，直接变成极限就是这样。
Tough to hear tons of that. But again, Mandarin spoken by Pan Bin sounded like it was about patience. Don't be afraid to play short, to play shallow.
5-1.
And even on the opening, if you slow it down and spin the ball, rhythm break. It's tough to fool the best in the world. Now remember, much like on the men's side of the draw, the women here, there's a battle for world number 1. If Wang Manyu does well here and Xia not as well, who knows? Oh, beautiful chop block, and she was stuck with the short pips on the forehand side. I'd love to see that again. That's incredibly unusual. A chop block from behind the table, maybe we'll have a chance to see later, but a flat hit with the red on the forehand side. There we go. Chop block twiddles the racket. Oops. That is the oops. The forehand. Probably didn't expect to have a forehand winner ready.
2-7.
Just on a few occasions, we've seen that twiddle here. Usually if a player, chop block attempted again. Love this shot. Channeling her inner Koki Niwa. Sun Ying-sha channeling her inner Sun Ying-sha.
8-3.
Still a 5-point separation from her and the player trailing. Just going to say, though, about the twiddle, you usually see that when someone has long pips on one side of the racket or a defensive rubber, an ante. Nice flick, but not nice enough. Xia, like the sunshine, covers a whole lot of space. The step around, and it's the deep backhand corner. 7 match points for the world ranked number 1 to get back a title that she took in 2023. Inside out, the cross court. Xia in form takes down Miyu Kihara. Games number 1 and 2 were relatively tight. Game number 3 was good night. 11-3 and a bagel for Miyu Kihara. The world number 1 still in it to win it, looking strong as usual. And a good handshake, eye contact with Pan Bin. And back to Coco Chanel. So here's the summary of the match after 23 minutes of play. 33 to the 18 of Miyu Kihara. Xia with just about double, just shy of double the service success. Interesting. Points and service don't exactly match up, but that's the way it goes. So Xia in solid form moves on. Simone Gauzy, the French showman, sitting next to her, right next to Patrick Sheila there.
To become a better man, sinking in the sand. We don't need the past in our lives for tomorrow. Never see the end of the night filled with sorrow. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love?